Hi everybody, welcome back to my LinkedIn Lives. I'm Jasmine Navarro, Certified Wellbeing Expert, working with educational institutions and companies, helping them support their family wellbeing challenges. As you know, every week I interview different experts, and today I'm super excited again to be interviewing Faranak. Hi Faranak, thank you so much for coming again.
Thank you so much for having me again. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me.
No, it's lovely to see you. Can you tell us about yourself and what you do?
So I'm Faranak. I'm the founder of NI Education in Dubai. We are a learning support company. We support families, children, and educational establishments. We connect them, we support them, and we also have 2 centers. Within these 2 centers, we support children with developmental and educational gaps.
Amazing. Your work, the work you do is just incredible.
Thank you so much for your kind words.
No, thanks, Faranak. So today you chose supporting neurodiverse children in uncertain times, practical online education support. Can you tell us about this and why you chose it for today?
The reason I chose this today is because a lot of families have found it quite challenging through the online learning and distance learning in Dubai, in UAE, and I'm sure in parts of Middle East as well. I chose this subject because I think a lot of families feel quite overwhelmed and not sure what they should be doing. And I think, obviously, first and foremost, is that we need to remember that we've learned quite a lot of lessons, from during COVID time, where unexpectedly everything went online and suddenly, the whole world was experiencing something very new. And I think this time, of course, it was very unexpected, and we didn't expect anything at all like this suddenly. But it happened, and I think we've learned from COVID, and we just need to remind ourselves that although we are doing our best online, and as teachers, as parents, because parents sometimes feel extremely overwhelmed, but so do teachers from their perspective, and of course, the most importantly, the children. It can be really, really overwhelming. The most important thing is to remember well-being is key. Our well-being, our children's well-being, our teachers' well-being is more important than having to complete tasks online or having to do worksheets that are okay, they're meaningful. I'm sure it's great to learn more, but I think having been through COVID, having seen through those times whereby we have seen the damage up to now, even, we see children with language delays, and, they're COVID, they call them babies, during COVID, or children through those days, where they had social interaction issues. And I think we've really learned from all this. And I think it's really important to remind ourselves that as much as education is very important in our children's lives, everybody's well-being is also important.
Absolutely. No, thank you, Faranak. No, I love everything you're saying. And you mentioned being overwhelmed a few times, and I think that's the key word, isn't it? We've got a question here on YouTube from Paul. Hi, Paul. Thank you so much for joining. He says, how can I help my child stay focused at home without it turning into an argument?
Are we talking about focused online?
Yeah, you put us them up. Yeah, online.
Okay, so the most important thing is to remember, firstly, give yourself a pat on the back, because parents are not teachers. You're doing our best, and you're doing your best, and also I've been there as a parent, and we are doing our best, and no one's expecting you to produce perfection or this perfect piece of work that your child's going to produce. The fact that your child is engaging with school and being online, seeing their friend, seeing their teacher, feeling a connection, having a bit of a routine, it makes them feel secure, and feeling secure means a child feels happy. I must say to Paul that within the period of this however many weeks that we've had, over 40 days, we've online education. I've had quite a few parents approach me about worrying about their children's focus and attention.
Yeah.
And these are children that are high achievers. They are on higher ability in their, for instance, in phonics or in their groups in schools. And suddenly they see their children losing focus, not paying. But I mean, I've kind of had the pleasure to talk to the parents and sort of do a bit of an observation and do some work with the children and realize actually online learning is very new to the children, right? So
Absolutely.
these are younger children, especially who haven't been online before, so during COVID, or haven't had that much experience or exposure to online. So I would say attention and focus is the first thing that you realize that the child would have issues with, and it's fine. I mean, I'm talking to you now, and after, if this goes on for half an hour, I will lose attention, not because I don't enjoy it,
Yeah, absolutely.
because I'm looking at a screen. So what I would say to Paul is, give yourself a pat on the back, give your child a pat on the back and say, well done. And I would say a lot of schools, and particularly the ones I'm dealing with, are not really pushing children to be doing a lot of work online. As long as they come, they engage a bit and they see their friends and they do some activities, and then they don't keep them online for so long. And if you feel that your child has been online and they are not focusing, they're not paying attention, there's no need. Just give them a break, give them a sensory break, or maybe just, why don't you go to the garden and do a run around, and or just play with the ball, or have a drink, or give them a break.
Yeah, I love what you're saying as well, because I think it does take the pressure off, doesn't it? Because sometimes we can think, oh my God, this is really difficult, what can I do, what else do I need to do, I'm doing something wrong. But actually you're sort of saying maybe stepping back and just taking a different perspective could actually be much more beneficial. So I love that, instead of getting caught up and putting yourself under more stress, because actually that's never going to help, isn't it? More stress does not help a stressful situation.
I think so. And I think it's really important, if your child has some additional needs, I'm not saying they do, but if they do, then it's important to have their IEP near you. And remember, this child already in face-to-face needs, they have an IEP with strategies, whether they're from an educational psychologist or from the Senko, or these strategies still need to be implemented at home.
Yes.
So having a clear timetable, whether it's visual or written, chunking things down. If there's a task, chunk it down. If there's three tasks to do one task at a time with a break, 5-10 minute break.
I love that.
Whether they want to do drawing, whether they want to do something they enjoy, probably not having an iPad again, but something that this doesn't involve, definitely doesn't involve screen time, doing a bit of a drawing, a bit of a painting, or having a walk around, or just go, if they don't have a garden, just let's go out, let's go for a walk, or go and play with a dog, and just do a timer, 5-10 minutes, come back, we'll do it again. Maybe just let them have some water, have some snack. I think it's important to break the chunk down the work, and also do a quick well-being with your child, a check, quick well-being check. How are you? Are you okay? Can you manage? Yeah, let me see you. Yeah, let's go. How are you feeling? Not in a patronizing, but also simple tasks.
Simple changes to add. And I think that's where a lot of people can sort of make mistakes, because they want to fix everything all at once, and then of course you can't. So then it just becomes even more overwhelming, doesn't it? And then you sort of freeze. Sometimes you can just freeze when you're just thinking about everything all at the same time.
Have I answered Paul's question?
Yes, he's put some up. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Paul. And thank you everybody else who's joining. If anybody else has any questions, I see more people joining, please feel free to comment and ask your questions here. We do have another question here from Sarah. Hi, Sarah, how are you doing? She says, is it okay to ease off schoolwork if my child is feeling overwhelmed?
Absolutely, Sarah. Absolutely. The schools that I'm working with, I'm not sure in many schools, I don't work with a lot of schools, but the schools that we're working with at NIR, they are definitely prioritizing well-being. Definitely.
Oh, really?
100%. And, and there isn't a pressure on them to finish a task. They don't have to do it straight away. They will not get into trouble for not doing it. These are difficult times. We're all going through so much. And, thanks to the leadership of the country as well, they've managed amazingly well. But these are difficult times, and children can feel our energy. And I do know, I obviously can't disclose much information here, but one of my own students was going through a very bad time because of some pressures academically, and had a very bad weekend. And I did ask everyone that's involved to please ease off. I spoke to the Sankov. It was like, absolutely. She was like, oh no, there's absolutely no pressure. Absolutely, because well-being comes first. We learned this from COVID time, remember? We learned this from COVID time, and the amount of, damage, the children felt behind, the children felt pressure, the children felt overwhelmed. Again, we use that word. Families, from teachers' perspective, they're doing their best. Parents are doing their best. And some of the schools are not. They're saying parents have to work. We understand that children with additional needs in particular, if they have an LSA in particular, can't be online all the time, or they can't be online at all. That's okay. Just let us know. We nurture this. Nurture is key. Right now, everybody has to nurture each other. We don't blame anyone. We don't blame school. We don't blame teachers. We are here for each other, holding each other's hand through this, and we will come out of this stronger. And I think, and I'm not just saying this, I keep telling that to my team, and I think we will look back and make sure, that we will look back and look and tell each other, we've come out of this strong. And we have to do that as families as well. There should be no pressure at all. There are a lot more, activities you can do with your child that you can enjoy and they can enjoy as well, and just remember, you are not teachers, you're doing your best. And it's very difficult for a child to have their parents sat next to them and teach. And I've experienced that with my own children. It's not easy.
No.
So,
Sarah's got another question. Sarah also says, thanks, Sarah. What's the best way to build my child's confidence during uncertain times?
Oh, that's a great question, Sarah. What does your child enjoy? What does your child feel happy doing? If your child enjoys music, dance, football, whatever, focus on those things. Focus on family time. Focus on this beautiful weather that we have in Dubai at the moment. I don't know where Sarah is, but I mean, wherever you are, you can enjoy that. Things like this should not stop you being a happy person, a happy family. We are still continuing our routines. Routine is key for a child.
Yes.
If you feel that you have anxiety, or you are overwhelmed, or you are feeling worried, then they sense it too. I remember, with sometimes getting the alerts, which have been amazing to help us to keep ourselves safe. Sometimes, I have seen families being really tense, and the children feel tense as well. And we have to remember, children pick up on our energies, and remember, you're a family at the end of the day. And to improve your child's confidence, regular praise, regular activities that you do as a family, have your meal times together, have your walk, family walks, family, whatever you do, and also focus on their strengths. Focus on their strengths, praise them for what they do, and every little thing that they do. We've got to remember, every child needs to hear that. We as adults need to hear that. There are days that we really need to hear that as adults. So confidence is key in success. Hopefully children will go back soon. I don't know when, but praying soon. And we would have come out of this stronger as a community, for sure.
I love that, Faranak. Brilliant answer. Thank you so much. But no, thank you, Faranak. So what else do we need to know about this topic? Is there, you've mentioned about, adding simple changes to routine, powerful changes, which I think is really, really helpful, because it's something that parents can do straight away, and teachers. Is there anything else, like other things you've noticed? Because I know you work with a lot of parents and children. Is there anything else that you think is valuable?
I think, Jasmine, having the learning hubs that are out there now, and we've got one at NIO at the moment, have been really helpful for parents. And I think
Saying about
children.
Learning Hub, what is it? For people who
So
don't know.
we've got at NIA in Damac Hills Community Centre, we've got two branches, one at AIS, which is currently, we're not there because the schools are closed, but we are currently at our main branch in Damac Hills Community Centre, where we are meeting the needs of the community and beyond. So we do have children that are coming from AIS, and we do have other students that come from other schools, and we also have our own children that are usually there for the school readiness program. Now, we've developed something called the Little Learners Hub. The Little Learners Hub are from 3 years above. We support children through online learning, and also we have a program whereby if they are not online, then if parents have decided online is not right for them and they speak to the school and school's fine, they come to us and we have a program whereby there's a route, sort of a program where there's like outdoor play, there is phonics, there is Zumba, there is, there's a lot of things we do, yes, from 9 till 2. And there's library time, there's, there's maths time, snack time, play time, arts and crafts, all these things. So it's like a structured program from 9 till 2. And they do this Monday to Friday, and they're in a community whereby, yes, it's different from school, it's less sort of structured, but still it's there so that they could be out of the house and they're still learning. If families have worksheets for if they have work from Seesaw, so they bring them to us, we support the children. We also have some children that are online, and they have learning support assistants. They come and they go into we have rooms, and they go into the room and they do the work with the LSA, and then they join us for things like, outdoor play. They join us for sports time, and phonics. If they want extra phonics, they join us, and then they go back online. Like it's really broken down rather than being online all the time. And I noticed this, that when they started, most of the children that were online, they were online all the time. Like they would have a break and they could work online. And I could see it really impacted their well-being because it was too long, right? So these are children that struggled. So I asked the teacher and the heads of inclusions and they were absolutely fine. They were like, no worries, as long as they're doing the work. So yeah, they're online a bit, and then they do the tasks. They also get engaged. So the programs is the Little Learners Hubs from 9 till 2 at Damac Hills Community Centre, and it's been a success. I'm grateful for having this.
Yeah.
We can't wait to go back to our Australian International School branch because we have a big space there. And we miss the school. We miss the other children and the management and everybody, all the other teachers. But for now, we've been, it's been great having the place. And we've been there over 4 years, but the hub is a new concept. And I think I'm going to keep it going for homeschooled children.
Definitely.
And children that are not currently at school, they've just arrived to the country and it's all new. And it's going to be, I think, it's a great community.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you, Faranak. Got another question here. Hi, Tom. How are you doing? He says, how can parents and teachers work together more effectively when communication is limited to online platforms?
If you think about it, even, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jasmine, but even when children aren't learning online, just online and distance learning, parents do communicate usually through Seesaw or email, right? So it's usually online. And I think that's usually online anyway, unless you have parent-teacher conference or if you make an appointment to see. But I mean, these are unusual circumstances, and right now it's due to unforeseen circumstances. Why not? I don't know if the teachers are allowed to meet parents outside. I'm not sure if that's possible, but why not have a Zoom call? Just have a meeting online rather than email or Seesaw messages, and just have a chat. And if I don't know if they're allowed to meet parents outside for a quick chat or a tea or coffee. I'm not sure. I can't say because I don't not been in that situation before, perhaps not, maybe. But yeah, definitely, have a Zoom
Encourage
call.
communication.
Yes.
So more
I mean,
communication.
communication is key, right? Collaboration and communication is key. If at the end of the day, the child is the center of everything, we are doing everything because of our children and all of our students. Student and the children we support, our children are number one, right? They're priority. So I would say communication. Without communication and collaboration, things don't go well. So always keep on
I love
top of
that.
it.
I love that because you always say that. You always say about that, putting the children first. It's such a really,
I've
nice
seen
thing
it.
to
I've
say.
seen it, and it's not happening, Jasmine, and not through any fault of anybody's. I think sometimes when it's not as effective as it should be, things get out of place, and that's not good. Remember the orchestra theory?
Yeah, mention it. Do you want to remind us? I know it, yeah.
The orchestra theory for me is I come from a musical family, so with a songwriter father and everything. So music is key for our family. So I feel if all of us professionals, whether we are therapists or whether we're teachers, if we are supporting even a pediatrician involved in the educational psychologist, everyone, assistants, we have to remember to always work together. And if you're working if you are actually, imagine yourself in an orchestra. If somebody plays out of tune, it doesn't sound right, no matter how much the song's beautiful. If you're playing Mozart, for instance, if you're playing, I don't know, a pop song, or a Dua Lipa, for instance, singing, and then suddenly you think, whoa, what happened there? And everyone's
Exactly.
really trying hard. That one key, one instrument going out of tune ruins everything, really, to be honest.
Disrupt everything.
Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got another question. What are some common mistakes people make when supporting neurodiverse children online, and how can we avoid them?
Very good question again. And I think my quick answer, and something that comes to my mind straight away, is pressure.
Yeah,
No pressure, guys. Really.
I love that.
Pressure is not good. I have to be careful. Absolutely not good. It's going to have a diverse effect. Oh, you haven't done this, you've got to finish it. No. I think nurture, do what you can, provide the opportunities, provide a workspace, provide, be there for them, use a different color, use this, whether you want to have a digital screen, whether you have a whiteboard in your house, whether you've got paper everywhere, have a go, try, make it fun. But if they're not going to respond, leave them. And okay, people may have different views to this.
Yes.
They must complete. It's their education. Well, I'm sorry, I don't. I feel if they are not happy within themselves, doing that task is just going to make their teacher feel like they've ticked the box, or the mom but how are they feeling inside? They need to be doing this willingly and also feel they've achieved something. I think if they're happy and confident, like we said, confident before, then they'll happily do it. But if they don't, there should be no pressure. Do your best. Even if they're doing a little bit, that little bit is a well done. I'm proud of you. My child could only do this much, but they did it. That's all they can do. And I'm happy. I'm proud of you. You can do it better next time. I believe in you. And that in itself is,
I love that.
push.
So valuable. And so, yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Faranak. Is there anything else you want to say? Because we're running out of time. And how can people find you?
Oh, thank you for that. I enjoy talking about,
you can see your passion. Yeah.
Yes, it is a passion. I would just like to say how, we didn't expect to be online, and how well we've managed as a community, and hats off to the teachers. Well done, you guys. I am so, I'm seeing teachers, and they didn't expect anything like this. And it's lovely to see how well, they've coped as well. We forget that teachers are also struggling. Hats off to the teachers. Well done, you guys. And thank you for everything you're doing. And I mean that sincerely to the teachers and also to the parents. I never thought, we again, that we'd go back to the days where we are supporting our children online. But well done, parents. I am extremely how can I didn't feel myself that I'm so pleased to see parents managing this, and it's been like somebody called me today. They were like, "Oh, I want to pull. I've had enough," But then, and you think, okay, well, you did your best. So well done for doing your best, everyone, and the children. Well done, everybody, and I'm proud of everyone that is in our community as well, whether they're teachers or whether they're students or families, moms and dads. And the other thing I'd like to say is if you ever need support, we are here for you. There are many professionals at NIA. We support holistically. We support parents, children, and teachers. We are here for you. We are based at the Damac Hills Community Center. You can just walk in. You can just contact us if you have any questions. If you, I don't want to particularly advertise what we do, but we are here for you. If it's just a quick chat, even if you want to call for, advice or quick chat, we are here for you. And yes, and the learning hub is there for you as well and for your children. So even if you want to have a couple of hours support, and we will empower you, we will make you feel, you're doing your best, and well done.
Thank you so much, Faranak. So please pay Faranak a visit. It's well worth going there. You do all sorts of events as well, don't you? So there's lots happening. So could you put the links and anything you have, Faranak, on the post so people can just click on it and they can message you directly or leave a comment on the post?
It will be our pleasure. We are here for you, myself and the team and everyone at NIO. We're here. And I'm sure in a few months we'll look back at all these days, and maybe even less, maybe in a few weeks.
Hopefully.
Yay! We did it.
Definitely. No, thank you. Yeah, no, absolute pleasure. I love talking to you. There's always so much to say, so much value in what you're saying. So thank you so much. Thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Faranak. Please message Faranak directly or leave a message on the post and one of us will get back to you. Thank you so much. And I'll see everybody next week.
Thank you.